Now, some people might be asking themselves, Austin, bro, why are you making this video? Like, Madden 21 has only been out for, a couple weeks, and the game still needs to be updated and all this stuff. Well, the main reason is I don't care, and it's a shitty fucking product that I don't want to fucking have anything to deal with. Because I think we all know that Madden 21, it's a complete flop. It's terrible. Like, we've all seen the Metacritic scores, and that the game is a complete fucking failure. So I'm taking this time to, think ahead and go, well, I don't think Madden 21 is going to be that great in the future, and, I can suck Madden EA's dick if I get wronged, if I get that wrong and Madden 21 turns out to be great. Even though I highly doubt it. But whatever, I guess I'll suck EA's dick if they somehow make the game good. So I'm thinking to the future and just thinking, what would I really want in Madden 22? What would I really want? So I'm going to make my Madden 22 wish list about a year ahead. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So, first things first, presentation. Honestly, I don't like the presentation they've been doing with the recent Madden games. All they've been doing really is changing some colors, changing the scoreboard, and that's it. Like, in my gameplay, I have Madden 18. Don't crucify me for playing Madden 18 gameplay. I was gonna spend fucking $60 on a goddamn roster update. But as I was saying, in the Madden 18 thing, we have I'm pretty sure it went from 17, 18, and 19 had this kind of scoreboard. Now to the new Madden 20, Madden 21 has the new kind of colorful, kind of paint splatter kind of scoreboard. That's how I would describe it. Personally, it's not my thing. I'd like an official, more like official kind of NFL scoreboard, like the ones you'd see on like Fox or whatever, like one of those. So it could really make it seem, more like you're actually playing a football game. Now, second on presentation, the fucking commentators. I forget their names because their commentary is that forgettable. They're so boring. They are so unbelievably boring that it makes me want to throw my head up against a wall. That's how boring they are. In the NHL series, in NHL 20, they added a new announcer along with Eddie Olczyk, and the dude is amazing. It provides more action. Whenever there's a shot, it's like, take the shot! Like, he gives a lot of energy into the game. But with the commentators in the NFL and Madden series, they're very boring. They don't provide a lot of action, excitement. He's taking it down to the 30-yard line. Touchdown! It's like more of like a fake kind of like, there he goes. 10, 20, 30. It's really boring and doesn't provide a lot of excitement. So we got to get new commentators to provide real excitement. So like, you really feel it. Like, you'll hear commentators in the NFL being like shouting. You can basically like visualize them like jumping up and down, like really getting into it. And that's what like another thing we really need in the Madden like presentation. This stuff is kind of more generated gameplay wise. I could honestly give two fucks about whatever the main menu kind of presentation is. I really don't give a flying fuck about that. This is more kind of gameplay wise stuff. Now, if you look at the Madden 18 gameplay, it says Week 16 drive goal, Brian Urlacher, 0 sacks. I want that to be, like, kind of big as well. It doesn't need to be, like, a whole kind of big thing going a lot of bottom. But you could also have it, like, it's, like, how it rotates around the screen or whatever. So it would, like, rotate as it would just kind of drift through. And it does that, like, when it's showing the players and stuff in the teams. But at the same time, it's still a little boring, and it just doesn't look that good, to be honest. And for like the main scoreboard, I'd like to see them kind of experiment, maybe having it on the bottom. Like, I do love it really big on the top, but I would also see like if they could put in a little feature to like move it from the bottom to the top. Well, not the top to the bottom. So you could kind of experiment to see if you like it on the top or you like it on the bottom. I remember in the older games, they had, like, them walking out of the tunnel, like, halftime, like, shows or whatever. Those would be really good to come into the game. It would give you more, like, like, a sense of feel. Like, oh, yeah, your players are ready. You're pumped. You get a cool little cinematic of what, like, maybe an actual, I don't know about a halftime show in the Super Bowl. Maybe just, like, a little montage or whatever, like they've been kind of already doing. But they just probably had to figure something out. But I'd like to have it, like, there's a little cinematic of, like, the players coming out of the tunnel and stuff. And not just, like, for one thing for, like, the Pro Bowl. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it for all the presentation kind of stuff. Yes, gameplay. The fucking worst part of this entire game. The gameplay in Madden NFL 20... In Madden 21, what am I saying Madden NFL 21 for? But in Madden 21, the gameplay is terrible. So when Madden 22, I hope to God, they, after getting so much backlash over shit, they change the gameplay. Smarter AI, like physics, like actual physics, and not just animations are running every little thing. You don't have to rely on an animation for, to get into a certain outcome. Ball trajectory. Ball trajectory in this game is terrible. They throw freaking 2 feet in the air so they can easily make it so that a middle linebacker can just jump up and snag it out of the air. The gameplay needs to be complete overhaul. Like, they hide behind, pretty graphics or whatever, but pretty graphics aren't going to save you when it comes to, actual football. Like, holy crap. The gameplay has arguably one of the worst points of Madden in the last fucking 7 years, since Madden 13. It's fucking terrible. You can look in my Madden 18 fucking gameplay that I kind of last minute got. You can look at some of the gameplay and stuff that's in there as it goes along. And you can clearly see, this game was 2-3 years old now? It's terrible, and it's the same type of gameplay we get in Madden 21. Madden 18 isn't much better than, Madden 21. It actually might have more tackle animations than Madden 21 or Madden 20 combined. That's how dog shit the gameplay has become. Honestly, there's so many points to, be brought up in this fucking gaming franchise, Madden 21, and that I hope players clip through everything. You get players just right there. Brian Urlacher went for the sack, and he just got freaking punched off for some ungodly reason, for no reason. It makes no sense. And that's the same gameplay we get, to this day. And it's terrible, and it needs to be overhauled. Players clipping through stuff, the AI is terrible. You want to block, and you don't fucking get it. They'll just run right past them. Or they won't block at all. And it's just really bad. Like, blocking on this play, it was alright. It wasn't that bad. Like, it could have been 10 times fucking better. But it still got me a touchdown on the last play. But if I went back and looked at some of those blocks, I'd probably see, that was a shitty block. Or you just ran past, a guy that could have probably wouldn't have had to juke around and, do all that. But the gameplay needs major overhaul, and it just needs to get fucking better in Madden 22. Arguably the most untouched and unfinished game mode of all of them, and arguably the most beloved game mode, is Franchise Mode. Franchise Mode has not been touched since Madden 25, and has remained the same since Madden 25. It needs a metric fuck ton of updates. I'm fairly sure it's now getting kind of the former teams players were on, and more stats, like an X Factor kind of stuff, which I really don't give a flying fuck about. Franchise Mode needs to be about a franchise. It needs to be, owner, running a team. You gotta have a bunch of stuff. You gotta buy players out of retirement, and you can go watch Soft Drink TV's video on, I forgot what video it was, but he talks about what used to be in Franchise Mode, and the list is like a 5-minute long list that he's, talking about. It's fucking insane how unpolished and unfinished this entire game mode is. Even though it is one of my most beloved game modes, my Madden 18 gameplay in the back is actually of a franchise mode, my Legends franchise from Madden 18. That's why you see Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs is not in that, Dick Butkus, Mike Singletary, Walter Payton, Sid Luckman. You see all those guys on the Bears. I'm pretty sure in this franchise mode, Steve McNair is the guy, and Jamal Lewis, they're the guys who are on the Texans. Like, it's a big franchise mode, and you can see that I really love franchise mode. You can keep looking at, like, the player cards and stuff for the teams that can come up. You'll see quarterbacks, like legendary quarterbacks and stuff. I love franchise mode. Franchise mode is arguably one of the greatest, additions to gaming ever. NHL 20's franchise mode, it's fairly deep. It's kind of remained the same. They added a couple things. You can hire coaches and scouts, and scouting is like a big, major improvement over Madden. Instead of, clicking a player's name 3 times and seeing fully scouted, you got to actually, truly scout them out. And that's a lot of what needs to come to, franchise. Scouting needs to be overhauled. Scouting, you just can't be clicking on a player 3 times to reveal their stats. You got to actually take time to, see their stats and stuff. Like in the NHL series. And there's a bunch of stuff. I could keep going. The playoffs need to be updated because pretty sure they have the old playoffs. They're not the same playoffs that we have in the real life. They're like the old playoffs. So that shows you how untouched it is. Basically, it's just a quick roster update each year. In Madden 19 and Madden 20, they added you see your coach and stuff. I didn't buy them because I didn't fucking care about them. And this whole game mode needs to be changed. Not for better, because it is so unfinished, and it's very sad, because there's a lot of franchise gamers, it's like me, who really want to see this become, a really big kind of thing. Honestly, fuck Ultimate Team. I don't give a flying fuck about Ultimate Team. Ultimate Team is arguably the worst thing to come to Madden. It's the main thing that has destroyed Madden and made EA a greedy-ass company. And they've just destroyed it. That franchise mode was the main selling point. Now Ultimate Team is the main selling point. Honestly, they can keep Ultimate Team. I know a lot of people like it, but fuck it. I fucking hate it. It's so annoying. Honestly, I really don't have anything really that big about the yard. I don't really give a crap about the yard. It's honestly just a rebrand of the 5v5 mode in the Wii Madden games. Yeah, you remember the Wii Madden games with 11 on 11, like normal football, and then there was 5v5 mode, which was really fucking fun. But I really don't have anything that big to say about it. I'm not really looking forward to it. It just seems like another marketing scheme to make little kids buy it so they can just pay more microtransactions into the game. And I don't really got anything. I hope it's good in Madden 22. I hope it turns out better than it already is. And yeah. Now, if you look on YouTube, you'll see that there's other people who kind of have big gripes about the equipment and stuff, and I'm one of those people. I do love the equipment in the game. I just want, better equipment. As you can see, there's a guy, Johnny Morris. I want the pads to be kind of changed. The padding in the game, it's too big. If you look at Lamar Jackson, his pads are way too fucking big. But for me, I love making my players' pads really big because it makes them look like old from the 70s. The pads are fucking huge, and to me they just look cool. But I do really want more kind of vintage equipment to kind of sell it off. There's some helmet face masks that aren't in the game that were really big in the 70s and 80s and stuff, and I like to have them kind of be in the game because it gives it kind of more look. But I do want mouth guards, the thing that's only in the yard, and should really come the rest of the game, because the entire fucking league has mouth guards. But Madden, It can only be in one little thing. So, yeah, mouth guards 100% gotta come to fucking, like, the whole game. It's like, why? Why is this in one part? You didn't have enough resources to make a mouth guards in the whole game? Yeah, right. I'd personally really love a creative team to come back. It would be fucking amazing for it to come back. It's in, the NHL series. I'm pretty sure it's in not in the UFC series, because that wouldn't make any goddamn sense. But I'd really love for it to come back, because it's in one series. Why can't you put it in another? It's not like the NFL is stopping you from doing it. They're not. They're because of the Pink Raider helmet. They exclusively said that they would. The NFL is not, telling them they can't have, create a team. I think EA is just too fucking boring and just too much of a pussy to actually do it. Create a player. It needs to be kind of big, overhaul kind of thing. Faces, for fuck's sake, change the goddamn faces. It's like, holy shit. Go watch Angry Joe's fucking reaction to the Madden 21's faces. Same faces, and in the yard, I'm pretty sure you can actually truly, customize your face and stuff, move up your nose and a bunch of stuff. Why the fuck can't that happen in, create a player? Put that shit in create a player if you're gonna have it in a game mode, not just exclusive to one fucking game mode. Some extras, man, the fucking sidelines and the fans are terrible. They're really bad, and they're fucking low resolution. If you score a touchdown, the entire sideline all at once is clapping. If you're on the away team, the fans will celebrate because you scored. It's holy crap. This needs to be changed. Some other things, the stadiums could probably look a little better. Player models, to me, they look fine, but the running animation, to me, it looks really weird. They just turn really weird. It just looks really strange. I'm glad they're bringing out, the D-line kind of thing. I like playing the D-line. I'm fucking sad that I gotta say that, but I love playing the D-line. I might get laughed at for it. But I want them, kind of change some of the D-line stuff, because it would make it easier for me to play it, just saying. And I think that's all for that. Now, I might have skipped over a couple things, and I'm sorry if I kind of did. This video is kind of running a little bit longer than all my normal ones are, but, whatever. I'm just trying to get my all thoughts and opinions and stuff out there. But I think that'll be it for me, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you liked it, make sure you go like and subscribe, and tell me your thoughts and opinions on the stuff that you want to see in Madden 21 in the future. And I thank you all for watching again. If you liked it, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at AwesomeBigPapaWarner and Mr. Awesome15. Follow me on Twitter at AwesomeWarner. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.